All right. So let's go ahead and start standing at the top of your mat. If you'd like, you can bring your hands together at heart center just to bring your energy inward. Close the eyes. Start with some deep breaths in and out the nose. Feel this connection to your breath. I'm just beginning to scan the physical body. Imagine sending some extra breath, extra oxygen, life force, or energy to those problem areas. Maybe knees, maybe low back, maybe shoulders. Whatever you've been struggling with, bring some extra awareness into those areas today through your practice. And make sure to avoid pain. Okay? You don't have to avoid discomfort. Discomfort helps us grow. And sometimes it takes some discomfort to move through it. But avoid pain. Listen to your body. Take another deep breath in and deep breath out. You must begin to move. Float your eyes open. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward over the hips. And let yourself hang over the legs. You might want to move your feet hip width distance apart if they're not there yet. And you can add some gentle knee bends. Just kind of shaking out your knees to activate the hamstrings. And release the spine. Inhale, exhale. And find a flat back. Hands on the shins. Press into your legs to draw the shoulders back and down. And then fold back down. We're going to walk it back into a down dog. And press the chest back towards the thighs. Bend one knee and then the other. Walk it out. Stretching the calves. Then start to turn that bent knee across your midline so you can feel this stretch in your sides. And your hips are going to shift side to side. And come back into your down dog. And we're going to move forward into a plank. And you should be able to adjust there where your hands and your feet are right where they need to be in your plank. And then lift your hips and go right back into your down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. We're going to do this 5 more times. And if you want to add a push-up, you can lower to the knees, add your push-up, and press it back into down dog. You could also do a full push-up off of your knees. Or you can avoid or skip that fully if you still need some time to warm up. And after your 5th push-up, you can press back into your down dog. And then lower to your knees and take a child's pose and rest. Come into tabletop. You can always create fists if your wrists are bothering you. And we'll do some cat-cows. Inhale, open the chest. Tailbone is up. Exhale, curl the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe adding some organic movements. And circle the hips. Circle the shoulders. Good, come back to a neutral spine. We're gonna step our left foot forward, so we're in a low lunge. Drop the hips. Stretching the right quad. If you need to pad your back knee, you can grab a blanket, or you can fold that right side of your mat over for extra cushion. You could also lift your back knee up if you want to stay off of it. Couple more breaths. Deep low lunge. Good, we're gonna switch to the other side. If you just wanna switch your feet out, you can. Right foot is forward. Breathing into the left hip flexor. From here, we're gonna take a big step forward and fold at the top of our mat. And slowly start to come up to standing. Hands back to heart center and pause. Inhale, reach your left arm straight up. You're gonna bring right hand on your hip. And we're just gonna stretch up and over to the right side as we push our hips over to the left. Gaze is forward, or you can look up and over that left arm. Inhale. And exhale, release that side. Right arm up. And over to the left. Push your hips to the right. Option to gaze up if you did on the other side. Relax and return to center. Feel that space you've created. Inhale your arms to cactus, open your chest. Have a little bend in your knees, and then on the exhale, we're gonna curl down to the knees and round the back. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round the back. One more time. And then straighten and fold over the legs. Draw your belly to spine. Fold in towards your thighs. Take another breath. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back to your down dog. Press your heels down, melt your chest back, roll the biceps forward. Move forward in a plank. And we're going to do some leg lifts here in our plank. So move your feet together. Untuck your right toes. And we're going to lift that right leg and place the toes back down. We're going to stay on that right side for 9 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch right to the left side. Untuck the left toes, lift the left leg, tap it down for 9. Keep breathing. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Down dog. Should feel like a nice break. And come down to the knees. Take a child's pose and rest. Lift your head, walk your arms over to the right. Side body stretch. And walk it over to the left for right side body stretch. Bring it back to center. Step your left foot wide and out to the left for a runner's lunge. So both hands are on the inside of this left foot. It's a great place to use blocks if you have them. You still have the option to work your way down to the forearms. And then I just want you to rock a little bit forward and back, lifting the hips back and sinking them forward. One more time. Come back up to your hands. Now lift your back knee. Reach left arm up for twist. Stay active through your right shoulder. Inhale. And exhale, release. We're going to switch our feet out. Right foot steps forward, left foot steps back. Wide with the right foot. Drop into right hip crease. Option for forearms. And rock the hips. One more time. Come up to your hands, lift your back knee, reach right arm up for twist. Release this side, big step forward into a forward fold. Fold into your legs. Relax the head. Slowly come up and pause at center. Drop arms down by your sides. Working on a little bit of balance. We're going to bring our right knee up to our right hand. You can grab below the knee, or if you need a little extra room for the knee, you can grab underneath it on the hamstring. You can also move off and use the wall if you need to for balance. We're going to open and close our right hip, guiding the knee. And at the same time, you stay really strong and stable in that left outer glute. One more time. Hug the right knee into the chest, both hands, both arms. Stand tall. Release that side. Okay, ground through your right leg. We're going to do that same thing. Lift the left knee. Hips are even. Open and close the left knee. Last one. Hug the left knee in, up and in. Great stretch for the low back. Release that side. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. Step your right foot back and plant the heel down. So you're just going to turn those toes out for a warrior one. Right toes face top right corner of the mat. You're going to come up into your warrior one by bending into the left knee and squeezing the right leg straight. Inhale, arms overhead. Breathe into it. Then behind the back, we're going to interlace our fingertips and open the chest for humble warrior. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Bow that left shoulder on the inside of your left knee. Bringing some blood flow into that left hip crease. Release and come back up to your warrior one. Then bring your hands down to the top of the mat and we're gonna lift this right leg back behind us for a standing split. Breathe into your left hamstring. Inhale and exhale, fold at the top of your mat, relax. Other side, step left foot back. Plant the heel down, warrior one, rise up. Interlace, fingertips behind the back, open the chest. And bow forward, right shoulder towards right knee. Right on the inside of it. So you have room to bow your chest. Stay strong in the legs. Rise back up. Inhale the arms. Hands down top of the mat. Lift the left leg behind you, standing split. Keep that left leg active. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, relax. Slowly come up, pause at center. Standing back bend, feet are hip width distance apart. You bring your hands to your low back. You can have fingertips down or facing up. Draw your tailbone down, open the chest. Stay active in your legs. Even a little knee bend here is great. Toes are active. Feet are grounding through all four corners. Inhale. Exhale, you're just gonna pause back at center. So bring your spine back to neutral. Back bends, increase the heart rate, increase body temperature. So notice that. Back to balancing. I want your feet right underneath you. We're gonna lift our right knee up without holding on to it this time. Using our low abdominal muscles and our right hip flexor to keep the right knee lifted. Then we're gonna move into airplane. So windmill that right arm, right leg back behind you as you lean forward. Into your airplane. You could also extend arms forward for full warrior three. From here, step your right foot back into a crescent lunge. Inhale your arms high. Exhale, lean forward, airplane your arms back. Inhale, plant your back heel, open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm up. Exhale, extended side angle, left forearm down, right arm up and over. Inhale, turn back into your crescent lunge. So your hips shift, your back heel lifts. Exhale, we twist, palms together, right elbow down, left elbow up as you twist to the left. Bring your right hand down. You can stay here in a low lunge twist or turn into your side plank. Right hand is down, stack your hips, stack your shoulders. You can stay in your side plank or bring your left foot behind you and lift your hips for wild thing. Come into your plank. Option to flow here, your chaturanga, or just go into a downward facing dog and slowly walk your feet up to your hands until you're back into a forward fold. So make that your own flow there. And we'll meet at the top of the mat in mountain pose to recenter. Drop arms by your sides. Lift your left knee up to 90 degrees and hold. Swing that left leg back, warrior three or airplane. Keep your hips level with the ground, with the inner spiral of your left thigh. Step your left foot back, crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, airplane, arms back, lean forward. Rise up, plant the back heel, open the hips and shoulders, warrior two. Inhale, right arm high, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, scoop your right hip. Use your right arm to help press against your thigh. Come up, turn forward into your lunge again. Exhale, hands to heart center. We twist left elbow over to the right knee. If you can, you're gonna hook on the outside of that thigh to help you twist deeper. Now left hand down to the mat, and you can stay here in your lunge, or you can step it back into your plank, side plank. Stay there, or take your wild thing to stretch your abs and the front body in a single arm back bend. Rotate into your plank, and you can flow through. You could take a child's pose, or you can take a down dog. Again, we're gonna meet at the top of the mat, so take your time to make your way there. And come up to standing and pause at center. Then we are going to practice tree pose or a variation of tree pose if your knees will allow you to. So our right knee is going to come up first, right foot. Okay, you can go on your calf. You can grab for the ankle and bring it up to the inner thigh. Or you can grab that ankle, point your foot, and try to hook your foot on the inside of your left groin and drop that right knee down and feel that stretch there in your right hip. You can continue to hold on to the foot, or you can let go. But try to maintain integrity in your pelvis with tight abdominals, even hip bones. And remember, no pain. So take the variation that your body wants and needs. Allowing for 3 more breaths. And then slowly release that side and shake it out. Then our left foot will lift and repeat on that opposite side. Knowing that our sides will feel different because they are different. They have different knees, different hip joints, different muscles and ligaments. We usually favor one side more than the other. We take those things into consideration when choose the variation that we practice and honor where we're at on this side. Taking 3 more breaths. And making our way back down. Shake out the legs. And we're going to do that same flow one more time through. We're going to count and move with our breath. Inhale, right knee up, 90 degrees. Exhale into airplane. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hinge forward. Airplane arms back. Plant the back heel. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, turn back into crescent lunge. Palms together. Next exhale, twist. Inhale, right hand down. Exhale, plank. Stay here or take wild thing. Return to plank, flow through or skip. Downward facing dog. Walk forward, top of the mat. Rise up to center. Breath to reset. Left knee lifts 90 degrees. Exhale, warrior. Warrior 3, eagle arms. Step back, crescent lunge. Airplane arms back. Plant the back heel, warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Back to crescent lunge. Palms together for twist. Left elbow, right knee. Left hand down. Turn for side plank. Option for wild thing. Back to plank, flow through or skip. Downward facing dog. Three breaths. Look forward, walk to the top of your mat. Curl up to standing. Pause. Step open to the side of your mat into a wide split. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, stretch over to the right side. Drop your left arm down the right leg and fold over that right leg. Come back up, reach the left arm high. Return to center. Right arm up. Exhale over. Keep your chest open to begin. Then start to turn towards that left leg. Right arm reaches for the outer edge as you fold forward. Okay, we come up, open, back to center. Turn your left toes forward, bring hands onto your hips, and hinge over the left hip. And come back up. Triangle pose. Keep both sides of the torso long. Then reach your arms. And we'll hinge over the left hip. Lower left hand to the ankle. Reach right arm up. Option to gaze up. Right arm guides you up. Switch your feet. Hands back on the hips. Hinge over the right leg. Come up. Reach the arms. Hinge forward. Right hand down to right ankle. Reach left arm high. Option to look up. Left arm guides you up. Turn your toes to the sides again. Bring hands to the low back. Inhale, open your chest, look up. Exhale, bow forward and fold over the legs. 5 deep breaths. Bring your hands on the floor. Move your feet a little bit closer, but still wider than hip width distance. We're gonna bend our knees. Keep your hands on your shins and then straighten your legs. Repeat this squat 10 times. So your knees and toes face forward here. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then turn your toes out, your knees out. You're gonna bring your forearms onto your thighs and rock side to side. Go as deep as your hips will let you. And bring your weight back to center and come up to standing. Turn to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, slowly come down to your mat. We're gonna go right into some spinal twists or spinal rolls. Grab a hold of your legs, roll like a ball. Try to catch yourself on your sit bones and don't let your feet touch back down. Lay on your back, hug the knees in. Gentle massage. We're gonna start to slow it down. Massage your kidneys, your spleen, liver, intestines. As you bring it back to center, straighten your left leg down on the mat and continue to hug your right knee in, just like we did standing. Only this time you get to relax a little bit more, laying on the back. Squeeze that right knee in, up and in towards that right armpit. And breathe. Again, knowing you can grab behind the knee too, if that puts too much pressure on flexing. We're gonna straighten the right leg up, flex the foot, and stretch the hamstring. You have the option to lift head and shoulders here. Release the right leg down. Left knee in, big squeeze. Remember to breathe into those tight places. Left leg up, flex the foot. Hamstring stretch. Option to lift head and shoulders. And release that side down. Bend your knees. Let your knees fall in on each other. Plant the feet. Notice how you feel. Option for bridge pose. Feet hip width distance apart. Lift the hips up. And you can stay here, or I'm going to give you some leg options, kind of like what we did with plank earlier. Staying in your bridge, you can extend your right leg out straight at that 45-degree angle. We're going to lift the right leg up and bring it back to the 45-degree angle 10 times. Lots of work here, and actually in our left leg to stabilize as we move this right leg for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the right side, reset your hips, lift the left leg up, down to 45, and back up for 10. Another 5. And 1. Release that left side. And exhale, lower the hips. Bring your knees back in on each other. And rest. One more pose before we fully relax. You can simply lift your legs up, like legs up the wall. Or you can lift your legs and your hips up. And be in shoulder stand. You can support yourself with your hands on your low back. In both poses, the legs should start to cool off. We're reversing blood flow. Stimulating the relaxation response. You can move it into plow pose if you like, feet behind the head. Slowly roll the spine back down. Hug the knees in. And then fully rest in Shavasana. You could do reclined butterfly if you want a little extra stretch in your hips. Feet together, knees wide. Or you can just lay flat on your back with legs straight, toes facing out. For grounding energy, you can have one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. For receiving new energy, new information, have your palms facing up. down by your sides. We are a few moments over time, so just take some deep breaths to wake back up. Roll ankles and toes, wrists and fingers. And slowly come up. And thank yourself for practicing today, creating this time just for you, mind, body, heart, and spirit. I will see you next time on your mat. Namaste.